high time I stop complaining. It's high time I get into being part of the solution, and I chose teaching. Ever since then, I've been part of the solution rather than being, the cribber of a particular problem. So I tend to teach electives on marketing and advertising across places. And I want to talk to you about a very, very special moment in my life as a teacher, which I would like to call the teacher-mother continuum. This is what increased my commitment to this entire profession. If you think back on your own specific points, you will find there would be people in your life, in your team, who would have recognized you as a mentor, that went beyond being, just a boss or a leader. I'm sure there are those special moments in each one of our lives. There was this boy in my class incidentally, there are 2 sacrosanct rules in my class, which anybody who's been there in my class knows. So my opening slide of every class is about honor and humility. So every single person in my class has a voice. However, grammatically, he's a nightmare, and however, he doesn't sound intellectually bright, but he has a voice. And his voice needs to be heard in an uninterrupted fashion. Given this context, there used to be this boy in my class who used to stammer. So considering there was this imposed rule, he obviously got to speak almost in every session of my class. So over a period of time, we saw that, his understanding of the content was better. The last day of the class, of the semester, it was time to say goodbye. And I would normally request people to give me an anonymous feedback saying, it's okay, I'm not going to spot who you are based on your handwriting, but tell me, what did we do well? How can I do it better the next time? And there was this boy who got up and said, I don't want to give you an anonymous feedback, but I want to give you an on-your-face feedback. So I said, yeah, come on. He said, I never stammered as a child. But I started stammering when I was in grade 6, and that's when I lost my mom. Suddenly I felt there was absolute insecurity which was enveloping me, and there was nobody that I could listen. There was nobody who could listen to me, and I think this is where I started to stammer. And he said, for the first time, whenever I came to your 30 sessions of your class, I felt a sense of deja vu of acceptance. Sometimes I feel just listening to people, acknowledging them what they have to say, even if it's not about intellectual brilliance, plays a huge role beyond what you and I can even fathom on what it does to their lives. Please listen. Please listen with empathy, even if it's a very unproductive conversation for you, because you don't know what it is for the other person. The last that I heard from him is he's heading operations for one of the largest private sector banks in India.